What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be taking a look at the EMP grenades in Black Ops 3. We're going to look at the range, their effect, as well as what exactly they're capable of. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so a lot of people that have been playing Black Ops 2 for a long time will know that EMP grenades were extremely powerful in that, and the Black Ops 3 ones just don't seem to have that same effect. While this is true to an extent, the Black Ops 2 EMP grenades were actually quite a bit more powerful than they are in Black Ops 3. I feel like this piece of equipment is overlooked, and I want to go over exactly what the EMP grenade is capable of in this video. So first up, I just want to have a look at the basics. Let's have a look at the range of the EMP grenade in Black Ops 3. As you can see, it's not a very huge range, especially when you're comparing it to the Black Ops 2 EMP grenade. You could almost cover like half of Nuketown with the EMP grenade in Black Ops 2. That is absolutely not the case in this game, but you are still able to EMP people through walls. That's one thing that's still important to know. It's not like stun grenades where you have to actually have a direct line of sight from the concussion grenade to the enemy. You can do it right through a wall. It'll still have the exact same effect through walls. So next, I want to have a look at the effect that the EMP grenades have on just a regular player's heads-up display. As you can see, it lasts for a total of 5 seconds, which was a major nerf from Black Ops 2. I believe Black Ops 2 was like 10 or 11 seconds it lasted for. Not even close to that in this game, but 5 seconds in Call of Duty is still a relatively long period of time if you really think about it. A whole lot can happen in 5 seconds in a Call of Duty game. Next, let's have a look at how much score you actually get for each assist for anybody that you've EMP'd and then a teammate has later killed. In Black Ops 2, if I remember correctly, it was like 50 score per assist that you got when you EMP'd a guy, which was huge. In this game, it has definitely been nerfed down. It is now 25 score is what you'll gain if you EMP an enemy and then your teammate kills him. The last sort of basic thing I want to cover with the EMP grenades, before we get into the more advanced stuff like Scorestreaks and Specialists, is the enemy equipment. If any enemy equipment is within the range of your EMP grenade when it goes off, it will destroy it instantly, and you will get 50 score for each piece of equipment you destroy. This can really rack up the points, especially against those people that like to camp in rooms and set up like 2 shock charges and 2 trip mines. If you get all of those in one EMP grenade, that's 200 score right there, which is awesome. So now it's time to get a little bit more detailed with our analysis of the EMP grenade. First, we're going to have a look at how it affects score streaks, and then we're going to have a look at how it affects specialists in this game. So for score streaks, I didn't test every single score streak. I basically just tested the score streaks that you would automatically think of using an EMP grenade against. First up, we have the Hardened Sentry, because in Black Ops 2, it was really easy to take out sentry guns. It was almost not worth running a sentry gun because it was so easy to take out with an EMP grenade. In this game, it actually takes 2 EMP hits in order to take down a Hardened Sentry. So that's definitely one thing to keep in mind. It's still an effective way to take out the Hardened Sentry. Just keep in mind you're going to want to have 2 EMPs on your class if you have that class specifically designed to take out sentries. For Guardians, it only takes 1 EMP hit to take them out. For the Cerberus, it takes 2 EMP hits, but one thing that's also important to note is the first EMP hit will actually disable the Cerberus for a little while. So even if you just have that 1 EMP grenade, it can be very useful to just kind of sneak by that Cerberus. You can disable it for that 3 to 5 seconds, however long that is. If you do have 2 though, you can easily take that Cerberus out. As for the wraps, this was actually pretty surprising. Just in case you don't know, the wraps are those little balls that roll around the map. I thought for sure the EMP grenade would take out the wraps. It does not kill the wraps. All it does is it disables them. It disables them for 5 seconds, and while they're disabled, you can literally go and jump on top of them and they will not kill you. But they're only disabled for 5 seconds and then they're back up and running again. So it can be effective for kind of stunning that wraps and then you can just shoot it and take it out. But honestly, they're pretty easy to shoot in the first place, so I would say they're not really an effective counter to the wraps. Moving on to the power core, the EMP grenades appear to have no effect whatsoever on the power core. So that's just something to keep in mind. You can't take out a power core with an EMP grenade. And then the final one that I tested was the GI unit. And I was surprised to learn that it actually takes 4 EMP grenades to take out a GI unit. And I think this is a good thing because the GI unit is a very high streak. It would be very frustrating if it were super easy to take out with an EMP grenade or 2. Also, one thing to note with the GI unit is it is just like the Cerberus, where if you do hit it with an EMP grenade, it does get stunned for a few seconds. So you still can use those EMP grenades to stun that GI unit, but it's going to take 4 to actually kill it. So that's the Scorestreaks that I tested and got footage for. I do know for a fact that you can also destroy HCXDs with one EMP grenade. I just didn't get any footage of that. Also, there are a bunch of other Scorestreaks that can be taken down with EMP grenades. Some of them are very difficult to hit though. I've actually seen a video of a Hellstorm missile being taken out by an EMP grenade, which is extremely lucky. Like, the timing on that just has to be flawless. And I've seen Talons go down. I've seen various things go down with EMP grenades, but those ones aren't usually the practical ones to be using EMP grenades for, so that's why I didn't test those. So next, I wanted to have a look at what the EMP grenades effect would be on the various specialists in the game. Now, just like with the Scorestreaks, I didn't test every single specialist in the game. I simply don't have time to do that with my current video schedule, but I did test a bunch of them. One thing that I found very interesting, I kind of thought the EMP grenades would shut down a power weapon. It does not shut down any of the power weapons I tested. I tested the Purifier, the Annihilator, the Tempest, and the Sparrow, and every time, if you get hit by an EMP grenade while you have that gun out, it does not have any effect whatsoever on that power weapon. As for a couple of the abilities I tested, I found it very interesting that if you get hit while you're overdriving, which is the one that makes you run super fast, if you get hit by an EMP grenade, it completely shuts down your overdrive. So it makes you start running at regular speed, and once your EMP effect is finished, so is your overdrive. You have to start from scratch with your overdrive. So EMP grenades could be very effective in uplink, because overdrive is like the most powerful specialist ever for uplink, because you can just run that ball straight into the enemy portal almost instantly with overdrive, and if you hit them with an EMP grenade, it takes their overdrive away and shuts them down right there. Another one I tested is Psychosis. So when Reaper uses his Psychosis and he sends out the 3 decoys, if you hit those decoys with the EMP grenade, it kills them instantly, and you get some points for doing that as well. So those are the only ones I really tested. I'm sure it has an effect on some of the other specialists, but like I said, I simply don't have time. One thing that's also very important for me to share here is if you EMP somebody before they activate their specialist, they are unable to activate their specialist for the duration of that EMP effect on them. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video on the EMP grenades in Black Ops 3. In my opinion, they're not really one of the most powerful pieces of equipment out there, but I find that it is very important to have an EMP class ready to go just in case. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.